Alright, starting the stream. Let's check things everywhere. Looks like it's working on YouTube, kind of, just delayed by quite a bit. Perfect. And let's check Twitch. Looks like it's working here too. Fantastic. A little bit soft, but that's alright in terms of volume. Yeah, let me delete the old one. Awesome. Alright, so we're gonna go continue this stuff. And I didn't realize I would have to redo this part, but that's okay. Let's just do it. So this is going to be equip item controller. I actually want data stored to be here, not at the back. Okay. CRE is going to be toggle, and this thing over here is actually going to be item. Actually, instead of item, I'm going to have slot. Because I'm going to have slot, I can do this instead. I can be like local string num, and I say string num here. And this can actually be .id here, because what I need here is item slot instead of item, right, instead of slot. So item slot, what we're returning here is string num. So we can delete this ID part here now. Yo, what's going on, Gizmo? How you doing, man? Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to push forward with redoing this part. What's going on, Licks? Good. Happy to hear it, Gizmo. Happy to hear it. Alright. The overhaul is indeed still ongoing. I do want to slam my head against a wall, but there's a reason it's still ongoing, and it's mainly because things keep popping up. I don't know if you read the message that I put in Discord yesterday. It was a very brief message, but basically I learned yesterday that data stores are actually saved in JSON. So if something is not allowed in JSON, then I can't do it. And I didn't know that, so I had to change some table things. What's going on, Snotty? Mr. Alien. Okay, so we're gonna keep going with the equipment. This should pretty much be done. The only thing is equip item controller. I have to make sure this is item slot and toggle. So I'll do item slot. Some of this callback stuff is kind of unnecessary too. Things are going pretty good. It's just things are taking quite a bit longer than I want them to in terms of actually completing the beta. But that's okay. It'll be done. Yeah. So arrays with nil value. So like this, um, one is equal to b. 9 is equal to c. This cannot be saved in data stores. What would end up happening is you'll save b, but c will be kicked out. It'll be removed. Because this technically counts as a mixed table. Yeah. So what essentially what I have to do, and this is all thanks to Sufi. I think his name is Sufi Kumar. Um, he gave me a pretty easy fix to it. It's just I had to check everywhere where this applied and do it, and it also took me a while to get to that point where I was asking him. But all I really have to do is do what I do here. I have to create the numbers as a string. So if the numbers are saved as a string in the index, then it actually reads them as a string, not a number. So it counts as a dictionary, not an array. And JSON is fine with dictionaries. It's just not good with mixed tables. And mixed tables are when they're both arrays and dictionaries. Lua is fine with mixed tables. So Lua is great. That darn JSON, though. Yeah, it's just the data store thing, though. Just the data store thing. All right, so I have to. I kind of want to change some of these things here, but I also don't want to fix what's not broken necessarily. The reason why I was trying to fix things in the first place was because they were kind of broken. All right, so we're doing local item is equal to data store dot. Wait, did I? Okay, the data store dot value dot env item slot. All right, so everywhere where we have a can just be switched to also b. Some of these things can really just change. All right, a has to be changed to. Wait. Oh, this is everywhere. This is really dumb. Wow. I mean, I know why I did it like this, but it's still really annoying. So many places to change things. All right, if I'm changing A, I might as well change B too. Equip type for B. The problem here is this is just lowercase item. Lowercase item. Okay. Where's B? This is the weird part of my equipment situation. I have like 4 different kinds of item. Here it is. It's the equip. Yeah, it's this ID, but also is it alt? I think it's alt. Yeah, it's the ID, which is the value here. That's the actual code for the item, and then sword is the code up here. But the equip type down here, weapon, sword, these are the positions they are in folders. So if I want to grab this weapon from like the actual weapon, the actual model, these are the folders I have to go into. I have to go into weapon, then sword. Whereas over here, it's the ID and sword is the index for all of the weapons, or all of the sword weapons, really. But because of this, sometimes I have semi-confusing things over here. So this is going to be container. No, I want to give this a name, so I'm not constantly doing item ID sub. Well, specifically ID sub 71, which I'm doing a few times here. 3 times it looks like. So yeah, that warrants making a variable. Yeah, I tried to keep everything simple too, but this specific part, the equipment for my game, it kind of can't be simple because I have like I have a setup where there's a bunch of if statements it has to go through, because if you have a ring on your left hand, then you can't have a glove on your left hand. If you have a ring on your right hand, you can't have a glove on your right hand. They're not interchangeable. But I also have it set up so that the visuals for customization, so you can the gear that you see is it. So if you equip gloves on both hands, you'll see the gloves on both hands. And if you equip glove on left hand, then you'll only see it on your left hand. Same thing with shoes. So it's like a bunch of different if statements. It has to go through that. It's like and I wanted to do that. So it's not like I can just stop doing that. I want to keep doing that. Why did I keep putting the data store at the end? This is weird. So weird. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go into all of these just to move things around, change some names. ID title, maybe I'll say. I don't know if ID title. Sure, it's that's a unique name. So we're gonna copy paste. Awesome. But now I'm going to Control F, ID title, and just replace all 3 of those. Give it there. Awesome. And ID title also has to go here. ID title. Amazing. Any more of these? No. Okay then. I'm using Sufi's data store, which it's just like a hyped up version of the Roblox one, I'm pretty sure. Sufi's data store. Okay, and this is B. So everywhere where it would say B, I can put here. A is going to be a bit annoying, but we'll figure that out. Where does B go? Okay, here we go. Are all of these the same? Wow, they are. Is there any other place where B is at? Okay, so why am I even doing this then? Because I can just do this. Equip type, local, V, that's equip type, 1, sure, we'll do that. is equal to equip type. We'll do this, and we do equip type. Yeah, anything. It's I'm a big fan of it so far. Yeah, it's a relatively newer one. I think he made it early 2023, something like that. He just wanted to plug some of the problems of profile store and data store service. He has some videos about it. The thing is like the videos about it are quite long, so it's not like super quick and you'll know everything after 5 minutes. It's more like he made like 3 or 4 different videos about it, and each video is like 40 minutes. But he breaks everything down pretty well. So what I need to do here is find all of these. Easy. Next, A is... This is going to be a little bit awkward because... Wait, let me make sure all this is fine here. It looks like it will be fine, yeah. So I'll minimize that so I don't get confused again. This is going to be slot, right? But first data store, then item slot. Get rid of the data store on the back over there. I think all of these are going to be changing to that. So I'll paste there. And this is almost the same thing. This goes data store item slot, and then the equip type is actually going to be glove 2. Oh yeah, I heard they made like an updated version very recently. Like incredibly recently. I don't know. I think I briefly learned how to use both that and data store service, and I was like, I'll look for another one. All right, and this is going to be glove 1. And then last but not least, this one we go data store, comma, item slot. And then we figure out the ring table here. I could totally make this better, but this is one of those things where I think I'm going to make it better later. This is not super necessary right now. I need to get it to the point where it's working again, and then I'll figure it out. Okay, data store, item slot. This is so weird. All right, all of these have to be basically the same thing. Data store, item slot. Data store, item slot instead of A. Data store is there. Data store is there. And there's no data store there. Cool. Do I have to grab the data store? No, this is... Oh, that's the style. Never mind, that's fine. That's fine. So temp equipment is data store dot value dot e inventory, right? Then we get the item slot, and that's it. I don't need dot item there. Okay. Okay. Return. Okay, this is where we return things. Okay, alright, cool. Alright, this is where we get ID, but I do want to make it data store first. Alright, so sometime after the beta is released and it's proved some kind of profitability, I'll overhaul this a bit, make it less confusing. I'll have to do that anyway because people are not going to look at this and be like, oh, this is super easy to read. Anybody but me, at least. Alright, next we go up here. Temp, here it is. This is basically the same thing. Yeah, there you go. Data store, value, inventory, slot, cool. So is that it though? Oh, here. Got data store. Oh, no comma. That explains it. Alright, data store there. This value of crypto equipment eats. Okay, that's fine. Player data store. I'm gonna say that word a lot today. Data store, data store, data store. Okay, so a lot of this has already been changed. Like this, I already changed a lot of these module names here. Data store value equipped items is fine. 272. Oh, that's later. Okay, so actually I don't even have anything else here. Where's 272 by the way? Oh, this is lower. I missed it here apparently. 272. Yep, missed it. Yikes. This has to be item slot for A instead of the item. Item slot, okay. Oh, also data store first. I'm gonna need people to really try to break everything in the game after this is done to make sure it can't actually happen. Amazing. All right. What was this? Okay, so weapon. Right, weapon is merged with something else. Also, honestly, weapon is probably always going to be merged with that. I don't. Maybe not. Actually, there are some weapons that might not look the same. Okay. Since this is the only difference here was the changing data store to the second spot instead of the fourth spot, so this is fine. Same thing should be applying here. There's nothing really different here, except if I want to ever look up the item, but I don't think I do that. So what I'm gathering is it should be kind of working already. Cool. All right, then we go back here. Equip item client, inventory client. Okay. That's not a problem, but I need to create a new module. Let's create it here. New module client equipment dot luau. Local self is equal to table return self. Okay. Function self dot import tables. And what was it again? Services, modules, folders, and remotes. Before I actually make this, though, I have to at least copy some of the functions. Where's the old client inventory? Right click, go to right click options. I think it's, yeah, equip item client is right above here. Paste that there. There's also this refresh equip, which I don't know what it is yet, or I don't remember everything. Update equipped attribute. Oh, yeah, sure. This is probably going to have to, it's a local function, so it's probably going to have to go to the top. Inventory client, initialize GUI. Initialize equipment, here we go. Where'd it go? Our inventory client dot start. Do I not already do this? I think I do it in initialize or something. Import. Is there initialize somewhere? Oh yeah, here it is. I do it already. That's why it wasn't all messed up. Okay, so we can ignore this. This doesn't do anything. Or at least it, I'm already doing what it did. So now we go back to the red underline stuff. This is no longer inventory client. This is now self.modules. Module client equipment. Equip item. I'm just going to call it equip item. This can be under import tables, I think. Yeah, and it's actually used. Nice. Equip item client is now just equip item. It's going to be self. Beautiful. This is just going to be initialize. Just refresh. I could probably just make that equip, but it's fine. Is fine. Update equipped attribute, that's fine. So equip item we have. I'm gonna stand up for a sec. Give me 1 sec. Wow, I dropped like 8 things. Funny. So we go base items. It's module. Sorry, self dot modules dot module client module shared base items dot items dot inventory, and then we do the rest of this jazz. Cool. In the meantime, let's actually create modules is equal to nil. That'll be the first one we do for now. Self.modules is equal to modules. All right, next we have main GUI script weapon swap. All right, so this is up here, main GUI script. Oh, it's literally the top one here. The only thing in the main GUI. Oh, the only module thing. I guess everything else is just the functions to update. What happens here? Oh, right, okay. Okay, I get it. So this does need to be here. Actually, does it? Because this is this is setting up connections. This is like removing some, setting them up. And this is based off of a change in the weapon, really. So how am I going to do this setup in a better way? This is one of those things that I actually have to kind of look into. Man, sorry, yawning a bit. But yeah, I have to look into this because it's mainly, this is mainly just related to connections, and the reason why one of the reasons I did this overhaul in the first place was to fix some of my connection woes, or future-proof it at least. So this would change whenever we changed the active weapon type. I think, let me check player stats on the client. Client player stats. Let's move this over here. Weapon info, active weapon. This is the actual, no, I'm sorry, this is the spot it is in the folder, or in the container over here. Yeah, I think it's going to be under here. We're going to do it. I'm going to double check this connect listeners function, but I'm pretty sure that's how I'm going to have to do it. Push that. Okay, weapon info. Yeah, this just checks the experience. And then it makes sure it doesn't do anything until the level is updated, which is something I did recently to make sure things work properly. So yeah, I'll probably do something over here. Actually, I could do it up here, because weapon info is the folder, right? Oh, no, it's not. Weapon info is what we get from the, what's it called? From the server. Weapon info folder is the folder, though. So now what we're going to do is for I equals 1, comma, number weapon info folder get children local weapon folder no, it's fine. Just actually no, I really should create a separate variable for this. Local web folder contents. Now we can actually use the table. What's it called? Wow, I can't think of it. The table library. There you go. For this particular part, do weapon info folder I actually no, it would actually be contents I get not attribute, get property changed signal name connect function end. But this has to be part of it's connection function weapon info. Let's see. Connection function weapon info. I guess weapon name. Jeez, stop that. It's gonna be player stats. Connection functions. This is actually going to be the connection, and then connection functions is going to be something different. Connections dot weapon name, or not weapon name. What is it? Change active weapon. And this is going to be equal to folder contents, get attributes, get attribute W type. So the problem here is I don't actually have this set up yet. Yeah, it's going to be here is equal to table. Change active weapon. Amazing. All right, red underline is gone now. Now we just have to actually make the function here, which is just going to be, it's the same as all the other functions, which means that I could probably weapon info folder. Oh yeah, we already do that up there. So might as well just do this in connect listeners where I connect all of the other listeners. I'll do it underneath weapon info. Easy. Mainly because now I can just copy and paste much easier. Or not. For underscore comma. Name weapon name function in before I do this I should probably add that part too. So I just added weapon inf. I added something here. Where did I add it? Weapon info. It's just kind of up there. Total stats. Oh, change active weapon. Sure. All right, these are the connections. And I don't need any other thing here because all it's going to do is change this and then run the other functions. So we go here, weapon name function. In player stats dot connection functions dot change active weapon. First of all, let me do change active weapon. Local weapon type. That weapon type change active weapon type is equal to table. Weapon type do weapon name function executed. Okay, so let me think of any problems here. The problems are this has to be loaded first, but I think that would be happening anyway. This has to be loaded first because I need to make sure the change active weapon folders are all created, or the tables are all created before I add anything to the connection function change active weapon functions. All right, so also before we actually do this, we're gonna do player stats dot I guess it's just weapon info. I have a feeling I don't use active weapon specifically, so I'll probably have to clean that up. Player stats dot weapon info dot active weapon is equal to this is what we're gonna do. If weapon folder contents I get I dot name is equal to active, then we do this, and we only run it for the active one. Get attribute W type. All right, cool. And now I can add specific functions to here, and that'll all run once I change that name. Cool. How am I going to do that? Kind of the same way I did it here. So this weapon swap is essentially going to be that. It is going to be in the main GUI script over here. It's actually going to be in the set exp bars function. I'll make it a local function though, right? Should I? Probably shouldn't. It wouldn't be used anywhere else. I'm going to copy it though. It goes, I'll copy that, move it here on the bottom here. Wait, what? Oh, okay. That was confusing. It's like, what in the world? All right, we're going to do local function weapon swap. What we actually have to do here for the weapon experience. So this is going to have to be done in two places. This is going to have to be done here. It's also going to have to be done in a place that I didn't do this yet, which is the actual skills GUI. But since this is already done here, doing it in the skills GUI is very simple. So I'm going to do this here as well, and then once I get to the skills GUI, once I get to finalizing the skills GUI, it's going to be a pretty simple copy and paste job and like change minor things. So what I actually have to do here is I don't have to disconnect these, I think. I think these are fine. Yeah, because it checks to see if the active weapon is there first. I think it technically would be more economical and it would make more sense for the system if I did disconnect these and I only connected them to whatever the active weapon one was. But I think for now, since this is all back-end stuff, I think for now it's fine if I keep it like this. when I start adding more active weapons, I'll have to, or when I start adding more weapons, I'll have to fix it essentially. But that's not the core of what this overhaul is about, so I don't need to do that. I believe you can look this up on YouTube. I looked it up briefly, but basically, if you need to make like a scene or something like that, you need to have two people in an animation. I think you can do it if you put both of the models into one model and you animate the model itself. But again, I haven't actually done it myself. I just watched some YouTube videos about it. All right, weapon swap. No problem, man. Actually, is this even... This doesn't even do anything, now that I think about it. Because this is already taken into account with this because we check for what the active weapon is. All I have to do is actually change the active weapon, and this isn't where I would be changing the active weapon. So I'm going to comment this out, save it, and then minimize that. And after I do that, let's go to where I would actually be changing the active weapon, which is, I guess, in the inventory. Actually, no. This, I would have to set this up in player stats. And I already changed this. And that's really all I need to do, right? Oh, no. I have to go here. I have to essentially run this. Run. So this is initialize. I don't have to run the whole initialize script, but I have to run all of the parts that would essentially update bars. Main GUI script, this is what I'm looking for. Are these... These are not identical, are they? Because if these are identical, then... Oh, come on. Yo, are they actually... So this is... This current level thing is identical to that current level thing. This is also identical. This is also identical. For I, V in player stats weapon info, if I is not equal to active weapon. Right. Because you're looking at weapon info and you want to ignore the active weapon table, which is not really a table, but anyway. So yeah, this is all exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I'm going to create a function, local function. I'm going to create a not local function. Function self update weapon exp bars or bar, paste, and to actually do this, I do player stats. Wait, player stats dot weapon info dot active weapon is equal to I. Right. I. local player stats is equal to, I can do this for both player stats and player. I just have to, you have I here. Player stats, where's player stats? Here it is. Easy. Let's do player 2. It's right here. Super easy. Not even an inconvenience, as that guy says, except that's not how he says it. It's alright, don't judge me. So we do player stats. Set EXP bars. Self-update weapon EXP bar. Alright, so all I really have to do when the active changes here is add, okay, here. Weapon info, this is gonna be in player stats, connection functions. So player stats, connection functions, yep. Change active weapon. So I change active weapon I, and then this is going to be main bar exp. Yeah, sure. All right, that solved. It should solve all the problems essentially. All right, next. Where's inventory again? There it is. All right, where's equipment? There it is. Alrighty then, so we can ignore the weapon swap. I mean, we can ignore all of this, by the way. You can ignore the skill swap too. Except I can't fully ignore the skill swap. So what changes the active weapon is on the server. So yeah, all of this is kind of useless here. This I'm going to delete. I'm going to comment this out because I'm not at that point. Technically I am, I guess. I could do that at the same time. All right, so color. Wait, what? This is to equip the item, not to initialize. I'm thinking to equip the item, I should be able to just move the image from inventory into equipment. There's there's really nothing in there that shouldn't be in equipment. Which means I can kind of ignore a lot of things. What I can't ignore is this, the actual location of things, specifically for the rings. The rings, the gloves, the shoes, things like that. Oh man. So we've got where else is B? Yeah, this is where we do all the image stuff. So I think for the actual image stuff, I'm going to comment all of this stuff out. Comment this out too. The only important thing really, actually something I might need is the slot. So we have slot. Ooh, geez. Bag slot. Why do I care about the bag slot? And also, why is the bag slot being returned? Oh my gosh. Am I actually gonna have to go back into the server and take a look at what the hell is going on and why am I mean, I know I'm returning callback. But what is callback? Callback is created like here or something, right? Equip item server. Yeah, here it is. So callback is a table of 3 items. The item slot, so that's it should just be the item. So this is the item. This is the temp equip, which is, sorry, this is the slot in the inventory. This is the item. So this could be nil. This is pretty much always going to be the item. Then equipment type. Cool. All 3 of those are kind of important, I guess. Oh, no. So I just have to change the client because I guess this was returning the whole item slot before. Or actually, no, this was temp equip. Temp equip. Okay, temp equip was, I guess, the whole item slot before. That means that something's probably going to error out at some point. That's fine. A2 1. Wait, what was 1 in AI? I'm going to change AI to item table. Because, yeah, actioned items is super sophisticated, but, like, not great. Item table, item table. Wait, what? So equip item server, equip customization server. Equipped item, equipment, equipped item, customize. It should be the only difference here, really. Well, and the unequipped part on top, but that's fine. That is on purpose. And you can't customize rings, so there's no ring check. So when we get this table in the client, we get a table of three items. 2 tables and a string. One is a table of the equipment inventory slot, which will only be populated if the equipment piece, if there was already an equipment piece there. So if you equipped it on top of an equipment piece. So temp equip is, all right, so assuming you equipped something onto your head and you didn't have anything there before, 1 would be nil, 2 would not be nil, 2 would be what you put on yourself. So 2 cannot be nil. Right. That's what we see here. One. Why am I checking not 1? That's weird. Oh, because okay, so what we actually return is, the first thing is actually return true and callback. Okay, I see. What am I getting on Discord here? Nothing. Okay, so strange. So we're gonna do, I guess I'll keep this as is now. But the problem is I kind of have to keep it like this then. So 2 here is actually just this was the confusing part. 2 is the callback table. So item in bag, equipped item, e type is fine. Let's do equipped type so I have to actually go through everything. And B item is going to be base item. All right, I'm going to sit back down. Give me 1 second. All right, and I'm back. So, it's awkward. Yeah, why is my computer moving weirdly? Anyway, we see I kind of don't want to call it AI. I kind of want to call it what I called it here, item table. Let's change AI to item table because it's bothering me now. I just want to see if this is used anywhere else. Nope. What about this? Nope. This one's a little bit different. This might be used in a few places. Oh yeah, it's this whole thing is used. Oh, it's checking if it's equal to weapon or if it's equal to ring. I could just do make this its own thing. Local also, wait, what? Equip top. I have to undo some of this stuff. What? Oh, E item. I did equip type instead of item and bag. Or equipped item. Okay, that makes more sense now. Now we say base item, base item. Also, equip type. Oh, okay, so that's like a specific equip type. I'm gonna call it equip location, and I'm just gonna call this next one equip type. Local equip type is equal to that. All right. So here's the thing, because we comment that stuff out, I'm pretty sure I can just comment this out now entirely. Does that mean I kind of did this for no reason? Maybe. Equip type equals ring. So all of the E types are going to change to E location. Item in bag is bag slot. Equipped item. module server equipment, module client equipment. I have to check the old module client equipment. Module client, where is equipment? Just because I have to find eFrame. eFrame. All right, it's just equipment GUI.frame.eFrame. Okay. Local eFrame is equal to self.modules.module client player GUI .GUI .equipment GUI .frame.eFrame. Right, okay, that's gonna be fine. So we got rid of almost everything here. Now is the slot itself. So slot or local item image is equal to slot find first child image label. Pretty sure. All right. Update equipped attribute. Okay, what do we do here? Update equipped attribute, equipped type. Equipped type is equipped location, not actually equipped type. I don't have to call the inventory again. Oh, let me check. So this is equip location now. So equip location. All right, so do I just change? Is there any other place this shows up? Yes, there's, I guess it shows up in refresh. Yeah. I still don't see any reason to not include eFrame. eFrame. Then all we have to do is eFrame. Okay. So now that kind of works. Next. What are we initializing here? I'm just going to comment these out for now. I want to try equipping the item, even though I know the actual equipment GUI is not functional yet. All right, I misclicked. I accidentally opened something that's gonna. I accidentally opened Opera GX, and now this is gonna take 1,000,000 miles of my bandwidth. Quit Opera. because I have like 50 tabs open there. All right, so equip item should go. So what I would have to do here now is to essentially remove the item from the inventory, which is already done. Well, it's already done on the server, but it's not done in the client yet. All I would really have to do is so this was done, right-click option. Right-click option. This is already... Wait, what? Oh, whoops. Right-click. New slot, find for... Okay, so new slot image label. Is what I can do. Right-click option. Slot dot image label destroy. Oh, actually, no, I don't have to do that. Oh, wow, I just realized. What I do have to do, however, is update, so this will actually change the image to, it'll move the image from the inventory into the equipment. I need this to update the inventory table on the client, though. So it's self dot server inventories dot e inventory to number slot dot name is equal to nil. What I can do now is create essentially the same thing as I have in the server, just like I do with equipment. Equipped items, equipment. And I'm not gonna do this with the C settings, or so they customize. Hey, what's going on, man? I'm not gonna do this with the customize, because the customized things don't give stats. The important part here is that these give stats, and I want to know information about them. The customized things can just be added and removed on the server, I believe. I guess I'll get there when I get there, but ultimately, that's what it is. What would you want to make? That is a great thing to try to make. I can tell you that. That's okay. You can learn. The problem is if you're trying to code movement, then it's not the easiest thing to start with. I can tell you that right now, because you have to learn C-frames and stuff, and animation. A lot of math is involved with movement, believe it or not. That's the template, okay. So what is this going to be? Equipped. Self.modules.module client equipment.equipped. This is going to be item table 2. I'm sure. I'm sure you could figure it out if you really wanted to. As long as you have something you're trying to model it after, I feel like it's a lot easier than otherwise would be. So we're trying to do slot item table, and it's item table 2. This is the equipped item now. Yeah. Item table 2, 2. Equip type. So what we actually need here is equip location, which oddly enough is item table 2, 3, not item table 2, 2. Okay, so that's actually all I need. That made this a lot easier. Is equal to item table 2. Yeah, I mean, you can totally do that though. It's just you have to learn a bunch of things. You got to learn how to model, got to learn how to animate, got to learn how to script, got to learn some math specific to movement. It's not something that you'll probably be able to do in a day unless you already know at least 2 of those 3 skills, or I guess more than 3 skills. But it's not impossible. Just got to put your mind to it. Everything you do today is more than you did yesterday. Alright, so the problem here is I kind of want to print item table 2 and print this before nilling it. Okay. So I now have the equip function, and I think it should pretty much work. I'm in a different alpha from the alpha everybody else is in, so I'm fine testing it out. Oh, we got an error. Awesome. Oh. All right. Module client player stats. I can't believe I kept this here. All right. Try that again. Print hello world is a start. That's more than nothing. It's not much more than nothing, but it is more than nothing. Holy crap, it actually worked. But oh, actually it didn't work. I don't have any weapon on me. Did it actually do anything? It looks like it might have. Let's see. All right, so here is. Oh wait. Oh shoot. That's a problem. I'm sure you put a lot of work into it. The thing is basing something off of something else is a lot quicker than making something from scratch. So you could probably make it quicker if you already know what you want to do. I believe it, man. I believe it. Totally believe it. I would check it out too, but I'm very, very busy. I have to do so much in this game. So we've got. The problem is this. Okay, so what I can do here is have a bit of a debounce. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a game that would be fun to play. I haven't played it before, but I've either heard of it before or there's like a bunch of things called Ultra Kill that are or Ultra something. But yeah, I mean, I'd check it out if I had time for it, but right now I do not. No, it's fine. It's fine. I gotta focus on this. What's going on? So task.defer is I could probably just do task.spawn. Wait, handle right click. Why? Close right click. Okay, no, this is to close it. Otherwise, sure. Activated. All right. Oh man. Yes, Snotty. When you drop the item in game, other players can essentially steal it or take it if you let them. Um, in the I've already put it in this version. It's not going to be in the live version for a little bit, but I put it in this version though, where if you drop an item, you will be able to pick. Only you will be able to pick it up for 5 seconds. But after the 5 seconds, everybody can pick it up. Um, same thing applies if a monster drops an item. If a monster drops an item, only the players that killed the monster can pick up that item for the first 60 seconds, and then for 60 seconds after that, anybody can pick up the item. And then after 2 minutes pass, the item is destroyed. Um, the next update will also come with a trading feature where you can actually trade. I think items, yeah, items that you drop. Um, I don't know about the current version of the game, but meaning the version that's live right now. But the version of the game that I'm working on, I'm fairly certain if you drop an item, it will actually just disappear in 65 seconds. So like a minute and 5 seconds. So it gets rid of them quicker. I'd rather you not say what bad things you do to me on Twitch. I don't need to know. Fair enough. All right. So how do I get beyond this timing issue? There's always weird timing issues when it comes to clicks. Handle close. Maybe if I do this, maybe if I include it in the deferred, I doubt that'll do anything. But we can try. Yeah, I don't think that did anything. Nope. Also, my equipment doesn't work yet, right? Inventory stats. Oh, it does. It's just here. There's nothing here yet. Yeah, there's no thing I can click yet. Definitely can't drag it. What in the world is going on with this thing? Alright, now it's fine. That's so weird. No, that's okay. You don't have to tell me the bad things you do on Roblox. I'd rather not know. I don't want to know the worst of people. I only want to know the best of people. What I don't know won't hurt me. Alright. So, what is the number on this? So the hover... Why can't I see hover? Yo, where is it? Free cam event, trade stats, skill shop setting, right click, request, quest, party, other character. Did they just message the player? No, message the player is the center one over here, which is like never on. Yo, what's going on, Potato? Ooh, you getting very spicy. I mean, if you want to go into my game and try to do the same with my game, let me know. And let me know how you were able to do it, because I need to patch that kind of stuff. You know, just working on my game, but now I can't find the GUI that should be here, which is kind of concerning. I thought it was called the hover GUI, right? Replicated storage, GUI to clone. Item info GUI is what it's called. Okay. Display order 2. Right click GUI. Why is right click GUI display order 1? I'm pretty sure I changed that to display order like 80 or something. Like something is messing with me here. I'm pretty sure I'm messing with myself. But we go right click GUI. Yeah, it should be display order 6. So it should never be behind anything. Except for, I think the main GUI is also, main GUI should be, lower. So what's 5? So let me see. 6 should be the highest. Oh, there's another 6. Oh, that's the thing. This can be 5, actually. Message to player GUI can be 5. What else is 5? Item info GUI is 5. Okay, just to have an order, I'm going to set the order here, and then I'll have to find where I change these. I do change them somewhere. Item info GUI can be 6. Main GUI is fine at 4. Message to player GUI, this can be 99. This is something that I never use. It's in the center, or it's somewhere over here. Oh yeah, it's up here. What does it do though? Oh, I guess it doesn't do anything yet. I mean, I haven't really set it up yet, so that's fine. But yeah, I'll make the display order 99 for that. Display order 2 for that is fine. These are all fine. 6. Right click GUI. I think this has to be 7 now. I mean, yeah, you can do a bad thing if you want, Snotty. I mean, just don't have to be so ominous about it. Yeah, I do use Rojo. What can you do that I can't fix? Thanks, Potato. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, I don't care about that. There are certain hacks in. Oh jeez. Thanks for gifting the subs, man. Now it's gonna be wow, man. Hyped. Thanks a lot, Snotty. Gotta give the appreciation. Give the appreciation. Gifting some subs out. Much appreciated, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. What was it? Oh, about the flying and the no clipping. So no clipping really doesn't like none of that stuff really matters. The flying doesn't really matter either because my understanding for my game is, it would be more trouble than it's worth. Like most of the hacking in my game that people can technically do if you like inject code or do stuff with the client, it should be fine because it's just making you move really fast or moving you across the map, and that kind of stuff is like I could technically do something against it, but it would be too much. It would be too much juice, too much resources wasted on that. So I don't care. That's the kind of stuff where it's fine if you do it. You won't actually be able to hit monsters unless you're in the areas that monsters are in. So it doesn't matter. That's what I've been doing for the past 2 or 3 weeks now, fixing my old bad script. Not necessarily bad, but like not flowing properly. No. The actual genuine answer, Snotty, is no. But I know you know. You wrote you were kidding. It's all good. You didn't even have to write you were kidding. I would have assumed you were kidding. It's all good, man. It's all good. No, I kind of want to be like kind of serious about the game, so I don't want to like there have been plenty of people that are just like include like a ban hammer or like a kill thing where you can kill other players. It's while I plan on having a version of PvP, it won't be like actual PvP. It'll be more like who can kill more monsters in a shorter period of time, or like a raid boss where like you get together with 10 people, try to deal as much damage to a boss as possible in the shortest period of time. Or it's not really the shortest period of time, in a limited period of time. So within like 5 minutes, who can deal more damage to this boss? That's the kind of PvP that I'd have, which isn't really PvP. It's more like just competition. Now, the problem with a PvP area is I'd have to somehow think of balancing for PvP, and in this kind of game where it's like a 2D thing and you can't you can't move in 3 dimensions, you can't escape as easily, and also the damage numbers are like kind of cracked. The idea is you deal a lot of damage to a lot of enemies at the same time. PvP doesn't really work very well. I could do something. Yeah, that would be a funny like April Fool's thing where I create a PvP area for April Fools. Or I can have like a special that I could do later. I'll have like a special PvP area where you can PvP. It's just all your moves are like super nerfed. Like I could do like that could be like a genuine PvP thing, but it wouldn't. I wouldn't really want to give any special prize for that kind of thing. Like for April Fools, I could give some kind of April Fools prize, like a I could give like a an item that reduces your attack by 10 for 5 minutes. April Fools, haha. Hype. Why am I getting hype stuff? That's funny. That's cool. All right, let's go back to here. So for some reason, well, I'm pretty sure I know the reason. These aren't activating. Just to test out if the actual code itself works, I'm going to comment this out just to see if equipping itself works. Oh, that's the hype chest. I got a hype chest and I opened it. I guess everybody got it. Equip item is not a valid function type. Oh, I didn't actually create the function yet. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm gonna uncomment this now until I figure this out. What is it? Handle, close, right? Yeah, sure. Kind of annoyingly concerning. Print fired. Minos Prime. Just making random stuff. Yeah. Making meme stuff, making random stuff. That's always funny. Where? Why is this updating the item? Oh, okay. That was because of the general load. I kind of want to know why it's printing twice. Like the fact that it's printing twice is kind of concerning. So I'm doing, because it's input began, so it should only be once. Unless it's also taking this into account, but it shouldn't be. Like if I comment this out, then it wasn't taking it into account before. Whenever I need to think of an April Fool's joke, I'll think of you. All right. So yeah, it's not working. Wait a minute. Uh, no, actually, yeah. So go play. Item. That does it twice. Why does it do it twice? Right-click GUI. Where there's so there's three places I see handle close, right-click GUI. But this one, for some reason, so whenever it's called, it activates twice. Why? How about this? No. Whoops. Go back here. It's doing it again. Why is it going twice? One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I don't get this, man. Oh, I think I know why. I think it's because of the disconnect. I think the disconnect calls it technically. Where's another? I could go to keybinds, right? Yeah, let's go to keybinds. I'll take a look at here. Yeah, so function would be action name input state input object. All right, so if I do if input state is equal to enum dot user input state dot begin, then do all this stuff. So only do on the actual input state. Now it should only activate once instead of twice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the second was always because of I mean, yes, but now I guess I actually have to input state, yeah. Is it action name? So nil input dot state, I guess. Let's check that. User input service dot input begin. Let's check it out really quick. Oh, wrong thing. User input state dot input begin, or user input service dot input began. It's taking a while to load this. Darn you, Roblox. Input began. All right, input object. Okay, user inputs. There it is. So I can do dot user input state. That's what it should be, right? I guess I could try that. Let's test it out. Yeah, I'm sure there's always ways you can cheese things in those kind of games. There's probably going to be ways you can cheese things in my game, honestly. I'm not going to stop that kind of stuff. All right, yes, it works. It works as I want it, kind of. I still have to fix the whole hovering gets the image too far forward. What is this? What's going on here, though? Equip, lock, customize. Yeah, but I can't actually click it, because once I do... Can I do user input say end? here's what we're going to do. We're going to print input state. Oh, because context action service is awkward for this. This is like a mixed kind of thing, because I'm specifically doing input began. All right, how about this? User inputs, instead of input began, no, I have to wait for this to load again. All right, instead of input began, I could do input changed, I guess. Input changed. That didn't do anything. All right, input began, input ended. Oh, I don't want it to be too awkward though. Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, this is gonna be kind of weird. But I mean, this is kind of what I want to do for future games. I didn't really want to do it for this game, but I guess I have to now. I'm gonna create so I already have this right-click connections thing. So what I'm gonna do now is make sure that it's gonna be right-click connections, okay? Right-click functions is equal to table. All right, so now that I have right-click connections and right-click functions, what I'm going to do is the function, this is going to be the function, and this is going to be the function, and both of them are going to run technically. So we're going to do how am I going to do this? Jeez, this is confusing. Yo, what's going on, mister? What is it, Burst Man? 10-hour Burst Man? I like the name. I said Mister because I read 10-hour as Mister, basically. I just couldn't see it very well. That's all right. So how am I going to do this? If I put both of these functions problem is I only want this particular one to run if I'm over that GUI. This is an annoying problem to have. Mr. Burstman, yeah, that would be a good one. Right click options. So I right click. Oh man, this is aggravating. I don't want to have to create essentially my own button. That would be dumb. I'll take a look. Nice, nice. Nice little... Is that concept art or actual art from a game? I don't even know. I can't even tell. Concept, gotcha. Looks like a good concept. Is that guy, like, is that guy missing his limbs or something? I can't. The guy with the blue shirt can't even see. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not progressing right now. I'm just really thinking of how I can accomplish this. Okay, so we have two connections here. One is a general connection. I feel like once I figure this out, I'll think of myself as a genius. So I have the general connection to right click and clicking anything on the keypad or keyboard, and then the connection that activates only when I use the left mouse button when I click something within this frame. So the underlying problem here is that the regular input began doesn't, like, it fires no matter what, and that's generally a good thing, actually. Nice. That's a cool concept. A little bit of Edward Scissorhands or something like that, which is a movie I've never actually seen. Or from One Piece, was it Morgan Axehand? I'm pretty sure that's how Morgan Axehand was made into an axe hand too. Pretty sure his hand was just cut off. Alright, so we've got a connection on clicking and a connection on activating the button. You know what? I think I'm going to have to add some kind of arbitrary weight, which I hate doing because I can't really think of how else I could do this. Because I was thinking of putting the functions into a table and making sure that the right-click options function is the first one, so that if I run them in order, the first one will always come. It'll always run in that order specifically. But I don't know how to make it so that this one essentially fails if there's no applicable target. Okay, so we right click. What I could do is I could do that exactly. I could have the functions be in a functions table listed as this one is number 1 and this one is number 2. And then when I click anything, it checks to see if there's any GUI underneath my mouse. Specifically, it checks for this slot, which is a image button. And if it's there, then it runs 1 and 2. If it's not there, it just runs 2. Which is basically what the button is. So this is essentially me recreating a button thing. Great. Great. Wow. Oh boy. So how I'm going to do that is... Where else is that done? That is done in the draggable GUI module, which I modified slightly for my purposes. But now I have to find exactly where it's done. Here it is. All right, object grandparent v. I'm just going to copy all of this. So we're going to make... Are we grabbing player GUI anywhere else? Also, grandparent would be great. I'm fairly certain this should probably be in the toolbox. Yeah, let's move it into the client toolbox. Yeah, this would be fine in the client toolbox. Is it already in the client toolbox? It looks like it. So this returns the GUI itself, and this one returns the frame. While frame dot parent, and yeah, we could make it the same, but then just return the frame. Toolbox dot grandparent. Where else is toolbox dot grandparent used? Let's check. Stop. View. Come on. Toolbox dot grandparent. Module. Oh, module client toolbox. Oh, it's literally just used in here. What is this red? Oh, that's fine. I just need dot parent. That's fine. Now, I can grab this, close the client toolbox, go back to here. That's V. V for Vendetta, as they say. Do I have... I don't have modules here. Oh, no, I do. Draggable object. I'm changing this to self. Self.modules.module client toolbox grandparent. Amazing. So I have that. Same thing here. It's going to be self.modules.module client toolbox.grandparent. Player GUI is that already in client player? No. Module, sorry, self.module dot, or modules. Yep, self.modules.module client player.player.player GUI. Oh, and I already have the input here. Awesome, awesome. GUI at position. Hey, I'm overhauling the back end of my game so that I can add more things better and more easily. Because I was trying to add trading into the game and it was a nightmare to do it. So now I'm trying to update it, but now it's a nightmare to update it. So it's been a while. It's been taking me too long. Anyway, this is self module client toolbox GUI draggable module client toolbox.gui. Module client toolbox. Gotcha. This is not what I need though, right? Yeah, it's not what I need here specifically. Grabbing all the GUI at the position. If V is equal to slot, then, and that's all I care about. I don't care about the rest. If v is equal to slot, then I don't care about the order. Honestly, all I need to do is the functions. Let's right click options. Wait, for index selection. Wait, there is no... Oh, it's important for the actual lock check. Okay. Yeah, because you create this for all of the buttons available. If I do it this way, though, then I don't even have to create this connection. Pretty sure. Yeah, if v is equal to slot. Okay, right click. So you right clicked on the slot, pulling this up. Actually, no, it's not if v equals slot. It's if v equals shoot. So this part's fine, this part's fine. It's these parts I'm working on right now. This can be completely taken out. So can this. Shadows this, right. That's fine. Alright, and it's not if v equals slot. This is actually incorrect. It's if v is equal to a position, or if v is equal to, where is it? Subframe image button. Let's do right click is equal to table. We can do it under variables, right click. Oh, it's called Acorn Adventure. Here's the game. You can check it out. Please do. Please let me know how you like it. Right now I'm just doing overhauls, so there's not too much changing. I will be releasing a beta soon, though, and once the beta is released, the data store will reset, so you'll go back to level 0. But right now, because it's an alpha technically, I have everybody getting 20 times the experience you normally would. Okay. Ooh. Okay. That's funny. I like it. That's cute. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so for index selection in cool, we create the subframes, we add the subframe to the parent. Now, what is it? Self dot variables dot right click index index selection in this case is yeah, index is fine. Sure. Index is equal to subframe dot image button. Okay, now over here, this is where we're going. If v is equal to we're just going to do table.insert. Table.insert right click subframe image button. That way I can do table.find up here. V is equal to table.find self.variables.right click v. Just get rid of this equal sign. It's going to be GUI at position I dot image button dot text label dot text. Okay. Then we're going to break out of here and then do this. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let's try it. I feel like maybe I'm taking too much time on this, as always. As always. Oh, jeez. Client master module. Module client draggable GUI dot new. Module client draggable GUI. Dang it, the problem is there's already self here because this particular thing uses a meta table. Ugh, gross. Okay. So, draggable object dot modules dot module client toolbox grandparent. Okay. Should be fine. That's annoying though. Triple Maurice. What has a triple Maurice? I don't even know. What's the problem now? Module client player GUI. Okay, I know exactly why that's happening. Module client player GUI at the bottom here. Dot parent. That's kind of funny. And we're off. Hey, look, worked that time. Okay, right click. You. What's funny is I actually did this 4 times and it didn't destroy the thing. Oh, because there's no user input state end. What is this going on now though? This image button is not a valid member of image button. Oh. Oopsie. That makes sense. Alright, so this should technically work now, but now I do still need to ensure that the input state is either, it doesn't actually matter. So I'm going to make this begin. Yep, works now. So 435, 459. 34459. 344. Okay, so we do fired, not a valid function type. Then we do end, and then cancel. Yeah, and cancel is the disconnect. All right, and these are all of. Oh my gosh, there's that many of them. Yikes. Can someone explain to me why this doesn't work then? Why do I have to do this? Like when I say key, oh, because I do key code. But like this includes a bunch of stuff. It includes like everything. Yeah, I don't get this. Why is it that I have to actually create a separate thing for the mouse button? It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's actually everything's working the way I want it to now. So I'm gonna ignore it and continue. That's what I say, but I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, it's not necessary to know for you guys. Okay, so now we actually are able to click that. The problem being, equip item is not a valid function type. That is on the master module. Equip item, module server equipment. Module server equipment, equip item is indeed a valid function type. What? I never saved. Ah, that's usually the problem. Okay. Preparing for an error. Nice. I got like 8 of them. Oh, right. That's not the biggest deal in the world, though, so that's okay. Module server weapon handler. We do module server weapon handler. Stats. Any other place stats shows up? Yeah, over here. So we actually can just ignore 1 and say speed. Let's look for stats again. Speed. Need for speed. All right. I really don't think there's very many, if any, other places where I would need to get item stats. Attempt to index number with max HP. Right. Okay. Server player stats. That's fine. Server player stats it should be down here. But if it's not, I'll just open it again. It's not a big deal. 104. Equipped items, equipment. 4. Stat. Equip. stat, comma, it would be value. In item stats. If item stat table stat. Oh, right, okay. If item dot stats stat, then value plus equals item dot stats stat. Oh, or we could just do or 0. What would be faster, actually? Would adding 0 be faster, or would checking if nil be faster? Actually, this is a good question for AI. Let's go, AI. In Lua, which would be faster? One, two. And the difference is going to be this. Actually, that's not the difference. The difference is going to be what I do after this. Or 0. All right. I don't like it, but technically, this is better than what I was thinking. Which with the plus 0. So item stats stat. Then okay. Data store value stats, stats. Beautiful. I'm gonna get sick and tired of some of these words eventually. All right, let's try to get into the game again. Theoretically, I should be holding a sword now. Not yet. Attempt to index nil with weapon. What? Equip item in game. Equipment. Let's move this to the left a little bit. Module survey. Okay, good. Equip item in game is 47. Oh, right. Initialize equipment. I never did this. My bad. Yep. Data store. And data store. Also unequip item. Is there... Yeah, data store. Data store. Okay. Easy, like breaking a toothpick. We changed the order of this little bit. Is there anything else here? Oh yeah, down here. Data store. I'm totally... So I used AI. I told it, hey, I want this many NPCs in this many areas with this many jobs, and I want 3 quests from each of them. And it gave me like a 5,000 page report. I'm going to have plenty of hilarious names. Like, I have them pulled up right now. One sec. I don't want to, like, they're in a notepad thing because I don't want to lose them. Here are the NPC names I have so far: Leora the Weaver, Bram the Gardener, Alden the Scout, Maeve the Baker, Jasper the Fisher. Is crazy. Gideon the Blacksmith. I got Nia, Owen, Isolda, Thorn with an E at the end, Celia, Gallon, Mira, Reed, like with 2 E's instead of R-E-A-D, Lyra with a Y, Ethan, Dara, Finnegan, Nina. I got names for days, man. And they each have like a semi-unique job. I love it. Well, it's not jobs that players can get. It's just like what they do in their area. So it's like the regular stuff: storyteller, fisher, baker, blacksmith, herbalist, miner. What else? Scout, gardener, soldier, weaver, tailor, dancer, fisherman, farmer. Just, general old timey stuff. You mean architect? Kenneth the architect? I got Rosalind the cartographer. Got innkeepers. Yo, the AI gave me a guy called Nox the Shadow Blade. And the quest he gave him is a answer questions quest, where you have to answer 3 questions about the secret of the island that he's on. I'm gonna use AI for this more often. I think this particular thing also doesn't take too much resources for the AI to produce because it's literally just text stuff. As we all know, the biggest detriment when it comes to AI is the resources it takes. So that's always good to know. All right, I'm going to go back into the game and test this again. Yeah, the problem is I need like hundreds of names, so thinking all those names out would actually give me an aneurysm. Like I wouldn't be able to do it. Also, I got my sword. I got my sword. Ah, can I attack with my sword? I can't attack with my sword. Ooh. Ha. Okay. So you guys don't understand how crazy this is for me now because I haven't been able to attack with my sword for 3 weeks. I know it works in the base game now, but also, how do you guys? Because I know some of you guys weren't here when I did it. How do you guys like the items like popping out, like jumping up a little bit and falling on the ground afterward? I think that's a little nice touch I did. That's the only tween I have in this game, by the way. Oh, I'm gonna have to do something where it's like if it's floating in the air, it falls down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna do the rest of this day. I'm gonna make it so that if if it's like this mushroom cap off the edge over here, I'm gonna make it fire a ray down. Like I'll make it fire it down like a single square, or maybe I'll have to take a look at I'll have to test what the speed needs to be to make it make sense. Um, but I'll make it keep going like a single square. And when it reaches, or like maybe 2 or 3 squares, when it reaches that endpoint, I'll fire another ray. And if it keeps going, like, I don't know, 20 times, then it'll just delete itself. I'm loving this. I think it's better than how like, currently in the game they just pop up. They like when you kill the things, they just pop into the overworld. Well, actually, the way it is currently in the game is a little bit different because I have what is it? I have Can Collide turned on for them, but I also have Gravity turned on for them, so they actually fall to the ground as well. But it's like the problem is because they fall to the ground like that without any kind of it's they fall to the ground with gravity and only gravity, but it means that they can kind of go off center and they can go to a corner, and if it goes to a corner, then you can't pick it up. Like the way I have it now, everything is in the center, so you can pick everything up. All right, this is too satisfying for me right now. I gotta stop. I gotta go back to work. Just give me a sec. Well, let me pick some of this stuff up so I can say that I did all of this. Wait. I got a problem. I got a problem. Unknown error. I got unknown errors here. All right, I know the unknown error, or rather, I have an idea what the unknown error could be. Yeah, because all of these things, as long as I'm like named there, they work. So, but these still have unknown errors. Okay. That is going to be because that is something I do have to fix. So let's do that really quick. Server data store update. Item pickup. Yeah, or return this. Model. Okay, so model find first child players equals nil. An idea to have it anchor when touching a part. I mean, so the way I have it now is based on where the monster dies. Because my monsters don't use normal Roblox logic when it comes to gravity and stuff like that. My monster has custom logic. So when a monster dies, I take the position of the monster and I spread the items out randomly within a certain distance of the monster, depending on how many items dropped. Um, that means that essentially on the y-axis, that's where the items are going to be, which is why I wanted to have a ray that casts down when it reaches that point that it's supposed to reach. So I think that's fine. Give me 1 sec. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, I mean, I would like to have the item also kind of flip, but I think I can do that manually too. And I think I'm gonna keep doing it manually instead of having the Roblox system work its magic. Simply because I'm pretty sure it is less intensive to have a manual thing than to use the default gravity. Because the manual thing is I'm telling it I want you to spin like that, whereas with gravity, it's kind of calculating itself. Well, it's calculating everything itself. So I feel like it would be faster to do it, or better to do it uh, with manual stuff. I'll probably eventually have things spin a little bit, but that's not going to be for now. For now, yeah, I'm going to do the raycast thing. I just have to find the exact uh, what is it? The exact distance that it can travel and look decent still. I will do that on a tween because I did the original pop with a tween too. I could have done it with a lerp, but whatever. The tween actually makes sense in this case because I wanted to reach the ground by a certain period of time, or a certain amount of time. And I didn't feel like doing the math. Why is this not working? If model and model get attribute. Wait, model get attribute players. Excuse me? Workspace, drops, model, players. Okay, now I have to wait until the players folder is gone. It's not a big deal. It's just going to take a minute, literally. Although I guess it's 30 seconds now. Yeah, after I fix this, I'm probably going to head off. I'm going to have to start getting off sometime around this time. Although it is very possible that I'll start back up again earlier too. I might come back. Oh, that's the problem. Yes. Okay, I see it. As I was saying, I might come back to stream later on within the same day, just because the reason I have to leave earlier is because I have to take the dog out, and it gets darker earlier. Alright, so I know why this is happening now. It's because players changes to false. If and or and is equal to false. Okay. All right. Cool. This should be making a bit more sense. Let's try that again. I do still have to wait another minute. Jeez, a lot of monsters here. I have to change the prompt for the staff to make it so that it shows up at the bottom. I also have to change where it's shining. Actually, no, the staff shining can be up. The problem is I don't want the prompt to be up here. I want all of the prompts to be on the bottom here, so that they're all in line. The reason being is because maybe, hint, hint, wink, wink, I will have some enormous stuff that drops, and I don't want it to not be able to be picked up, essentially. I need it to be able to be picked up within a certain distance from the ground. It's not a big deal for the staff right now, but it likely will be a big deal later. And for those of you who have played when I had chairs drop from the regular monsters, that's basically what I'm talking about. the giant chairs. Although I think that when the chairs drop in the future, I do want them to be smaller. But maybe I want some like weapons in the future, like two-handed swords, for example. That would be cool if they dropped and they're like enormous, or like or relatively big, as big as they're supposed to be, essentially. All right. I just want to check drops. These should okay. Yeah. So these should all be good to pick up now. Yes. Nothing is being Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so it all works fine now. So the next thing to get working, look at all my beautiful relic rarity equipment, which has a drop chance of 1 in, was it 1 in 100,000 or 1 in 10,000? Beautiful. I made it so that only those can drop right now. For testing stats, I swear. Oh, also, I kind of want to test. I want to see this. So, okay, I should have expected that. You. Oh, because this is replacing. So it's a little bit different. Equip item in game. Equipment. 47. Equip item in game. Ah, here. Data store. Where else? Just now I just gotta go over everything just to make sure. Okay. Data store. Good thing I did, because apparently I missed 2 more. Yikes. Alright, the rest that is literally all of them. I don't think I did that outside of that script anyway. It is a local script, right? It's not. Ew. Hey, look, it's a bow. A bow with a very, very large range for attack. Maybe I should reduce that. Maybe. I feel like maybe I don't have to reduce it, but I should half the damage you do. Like, keep the range and everything, but make the damage output 50% instead of 100% for the basic attack. Oh, I also have to change the way the basic attack works in the first place to the way the skills work when it comes to ranged moves. I think the monsters definitely fall off the ledge way better in this version of the game than in the current live version of the game. So I'm kind of proud of that. That's good. Usables, miscellaneous, and these can move around too. Oh, now my skills are like off. I did want to take a look at stats though. I just want to make sure the stats are updating as I equip stuff. Really? Unable to index nil with update stats. Modules. Oh my gosh. I'm just not smart enough. Module server equipment. 341. 341. Alright. Anywhere else where I use update stats? Yeah, here. This has to be... Oh, jeez. Module server player stats. Beautiful. Okay. Go back up here. Module server player stats. Amazing. Let's try that again. Take 8056. Go. All right. Equip. Oh my gosh. What's the problem now? Module server player stats update stats. I guess that's not the update stats thing. Oh no. Oh no. I know the problem. Why is this an else? If it's a ring or gloves, then I don't have to worry about stats? What? Item. Here, we'll do this. For stat, comma, value in item dot stats do. Equipment.modules.module server player stats dot it's not update total stat, it's update regular stat. I don't have update regular stat yet. Oh no. I guess I'll have to make update equipment stat. So the thing is, all of these update whatever stat have to have update total stat at the end. So this is on the server, so yeah, it's going to be data store stat. Okay. What happens to unequip item? Right, okay, it's the same thing. Unequip item for underscore comma v in the equip inventory. Oh no, I actually do have to change this. This will never proc because, or rather this will always work because v.item is not a thing anymore. So yeah, anywhere where I have, oh that's That happens in more places than I want it to happen. That's not good. All right, let's start here. Okay, equip item. I have to change this. Actually, this is it's bad here. If v equals nil. All I have to do here is for I is equal to 1, comma 72 do if toString I is equal to nil, then break. Get rid of all this stuff. This is actually what I need to find. I'll just control F it. Okay, there's 12 instances. I fixed one. Unequip item. I'll fix this later because I don't know what's going on there. Alright, these are already fixed because item slot has already been modified. To string num. Okay, so this is the last one actually. Before I do that though, yeah, this is the last one. Oh, I have like these awkward p calls up here too, and unequip. I mean, I was gonna fix this when I got to unequip anyway. But yeah, the way unequip has to work is player data store. Yeah, I need data store right there, and that way I can just get rid of this. And I can get rid of this too, and this. Right now it's about 3:30 p.m. or 1500. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast in the U.S. of A, United States. Yeah, just get rid of this. I don't know. Data store value. You don't have to worry too much. I mean, I'll let you guys know when I start doing late streams, and it probably won't happen. It probably won't happen too often anyway. I would never suggest that you guys mess with your own health just to watch me. Although I do appreciate it. It does make me feel good that you're willing to do that. Okay, so this should work fine here. This should work fine here. What is this trying to do here, though? For underscore comma v in inventory, if it's equal to nil. Okay, so it's looking for the first nil. I see. This is dumb. For I equals 1, comma 72 do if toString I is equal to nil. Oh, whoops. Then I guess I just have to copy this. So unequip item slot. That this can, yeah, I could just do this. V, but like not really. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic. It's in an awkward spot for me right now. Where is this? If that or that. Where's the big red thing? Oh. Yeah. This is for actually updating the stats. That's why this is causing problems. Okay. That's all good now. Now we can get rid of this too. If C or E is equal to E, then else if C or E is equal to C, then end. Let's grab this and then just change it as necessary for both of these. All right, cool. All right, cause cust. Okay, I gotcha. Unequip item in game, sure. And for this, I need these things. That's fine. Basically, the bottom one's fine now. What's going on here, though? Module open. Sure. Oh, okay, this is something that will need to be changed, but before I change it here, let's change it here. For stat comma value in item.stats do. Player stats dot update equipment stat. Player data store stat. Stat value. I guess all of these here would need a value. That makes sense, I guess. What am I updating the value of the number value with other than, you know, nothing? So this is for the equip, right? Equip item controller. I need to see where the unequip is. Because I know I handle the way I used to handle stats before meant that I could just have one formula or one function that just went through everything. But unfortunately, that it was a very, very inefficient formula because it literally went through everything every single time, and I really don't need to do that. I just have to go through the stats of the item I'm equipping or unequipping. But this means now I have to look into where is it actually being equipped. So equip item server is where everything actually changes. And that is what makes me want to grab this update stats thing. Let me paste this here for now. I want to do all of the updating here and base it off of whether I have something in the equipment. Direction, sure. I feel like there's a better way to do this. I'll do it this way for now. We'll figure it out later. So here's what I need. Direction, and we'll figure out the direction. Temp equip dot stats, stat dot value. Okay, cool. Let's move this down here. Update stats, this can actually be removed now. I just don't want to remove it completely yet because I want to be able to jump to the other update stats really quick. So here's what we're doing here. This is one of the items. This is the other item. This item is the one that is being removed. Negative one. 1. What is this? Alt. I don't even want to call it a multiplier. It's literally only going to be either 1 or negative 1. So I don't want to call it direction either. It's, what is it? What's the term here? I don't know English so good. What is it? I don't even want to do 1. Negative. Negative check, I guess. I don't want to have it be too long, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, so I'm gonna Control C. Control V. This is strictly unequipped. So it's just the negative. I need the item. All right, I think that's gonna be it for now. I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna continue working on this. This is just gonna be a little bit of light math, and I'll have it done. And then I'm gonna start heading out. All right. Next time I'm streaming is gonna be on Friday, unless I finish everything by tomorrow, but unlikely. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, anytime, Snotty. I enjoy it too. So yeah, I'll see you guys. Bye.